So a little bit of background on the industry I'm going into, investment banking. In a lot of interviews, I get this question: Have you ever been in a difficult or conflict situation, and how did you deal with it? So before I came to Esade, I was working as a marketing intern at Balmain's subsidiary in Shanghai. Balmain is a luxury French brand that is expanding into the Chinese market. And I was working as a graphic designer, so basically my everyday task would be designing packagings, invites, especially for VIP events and such. And coming from Taiwan, I always thought actually I would blend in extremely well because there are some cultural similarities there. However, when I went there, I realized that I am much more westernized, and maybe because of my Western education background, that my approach sometimes is rather straightforward, especially when you're dealing with someone who is at a higher level than you in the hierarchy. So 2 months before I went for my internship, the marketing department actually got a new marketing director. His name was Ben. And he was rather a difficult person to work with. Within 2 months when I arrived, a lot of people in the department was already not getting along very well with him. He was extremely straightforward, a little bit arrogant. So I didn't have too much expectation on how well our relationship would be. But, we got along quite well until one time where I had to do this VIP invites for a company event. And I was extremely excited. I went through weeks of brainstorming and experimentation, making kind of like prototypes and discussing with my colleagues. And finally, I arrived at one really good idea where I used like a wax stamp on a kind of old school kind of letter. And I was extremely happy and excited to present it at the team meeting because I thought that was a really innovative idea and it's different from what the company has done before. However, right after I presented my idea, the marketing director told me that he didn't really like the idea, it doesn't fit the company image very well, and that he didn't approve of this idea and that I need to work on it a bit more. So I just kind of thought to myself, I am the artist here. I don't understand why he would be, giving me this kind of feedback. I was pretty stubborn in my idea, and I also thought that he doesn't have the artistic background for him to give me any advice. So I kind of said back to him, like, with all due respect, what do you know about art? And that created an extremely awkward atmosphere within the meeting because I was extremely straightforward. And he kind of just said, we'll talk about it outside of the meeting and come up with something else. So after a meeting, I went to my colleagues and I wanted to see what their advice is. I wanted someone to complain to, let's say. And since they also had conflicts with the marketing director, I thought they would be on my side. But they actually told me that the marketing director, Ben, obviously there's a reason why they hired him. He's older, he's more experienced, and he probably sees the better picture. He's probably known about this company's culture and history before he got hired, much more than I do, that he would actually be able to give me constructive criticism without knowing much about art. So that's when it dawned on me that there is still a lot to learn, and my approach to things shouldn't be with arrogance or stubbornness, that I should be open to and susceptible to other people's ideas, and also that sometimes you can be so focused on one little part that you don't see the whole picture of the entire company. So then I went to the marketing director, I apologized for my straightforward behavior, and in the end we come up with something pretty amazing. We kind of had both made some compromises, And in the end, we had a really successful final product that we both really loved, and we had an extremely successful VIP event as well. Thank you.